Time to chop up a car!
You ever have one of those weeks? Yeah, that was this week. I didn't get a lot done. I mean, I got stuff done. You're about to see what I got done, but it's one of those weeks. So let's watch what happens. I got the pillars in, and I got some more rust to fix. Yeah, it's one of those weeks. The rust slowed me down, and then my angle grinder died. If you follow me on Shorts and Instagram, you saw that. So yeah, it's one of those weeks. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me. I'm learning as I go, so don't try this at home. Always like and subscribe and ding the little bell so you know whenever the next video comes out, because you're obviously already watching this one. I do a lot of shorts too, so check those out. Those are progress while they happen. Yeah. Albert, you gonna help me again? My helper dog. You gonna help? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So I cleaned up this rib, the brownish rib, and I cut it to the size, and I realized that the pocket is too far in for where I need it. Basically, this flat surface has to be where this flat surface is. I don't know if you can see it, the lighting's a little bit weird right here. So I need to cut a slit here and part of this gone so that I can push this metal up against this. I'll have to do the same thing on the other side. Hey, look at that. That worked out pretty good. Okay, so apparently the camera fell asleep before I started recording, so you missed this chop. But it was a basic chop. When I removed the seatbelt guide, I loosened this up. So I'm going to have to be very careful that I do not break this joint as part of this build, because this joint not only gets the body aligned, but I need this well, live and learn, right? Okay, but let me put the rib in, because that rib will replace that metal I cut out. Well, there you have it. Okay, getting there. If I line this metal up with this, that gives me this wall. And then right here, ironically enough, well, I don't know if it's ironic, but it's silly. It's weird enough that because this is the driver's side door, sliding door, or passenger side sliding door. This guy right here, this bend, where the latch was on the passenger side of the bus, because it doesn't really matter which side the rib goes on. That right there is actually right where I need to bend it. And then I need to bend it inward to line up with the B pillar. This needs support. This is my support here. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud here. And then this guy will end up being right there. Let me see what the A pillar looks, or the other pillar looks like on there. Correction, this was the passenger side, because this actually has the door lock on it. It has the same spot, because as we all know, the buses were made to have doors on both sides, so they made all the metal the same. So I've already cut this one down to the size I needed. We're going to put this one on this side. Before I weld it in, I'll cut the other one the same size. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if you can see this. The roof itself, the peak of it is over the top of the pillars, and then it starts rolling backwards. Of course, I'm being exaggerated on the roll. This is going to be just a smidge higher. And this is actually almost same height. Got a straight stick here. It's actually too low at the moment. So yeah, that's flat, so that's where it's going to end up. Okay, check this out. So here's my pillar that I'm adding. Here's B pillar that's already there. I can get them to line up with the body. Now the cool thing about a bug is the pillar, and I just found this out, the pillar, B pillar, is the same distance to the side of the tire. So that's pretty cool. So that means my new C pillar has to be the same as the B pillar. And then there'll be a big gap, because it's 68 inches from the pillar to the back. There'll be a big gap to back here for, I'll have to make my own pillar, but that's easily done. Do some square tube or something. That works. And then this over here actually has to come in to get it working. And that big gap right there, I've got an idea. Since I cut out stuff, I got that. But I got to make sure this guy doesn't move, because this guy right now wants to just fall off. So, oh no. So I'll probably put that bolt in just to make sure it doesn't move. I'll put this bolt in down here, because see right now it's way off. So I'll figure out where that needs to go, and then I'll put that in. Right there. I'll line it all back up and park it. Beautiful weather day out. It's 54 degrees, which is not too shabby for this area. I'm definitely not arguing with it. I got the garage doors open today. Oh look, it's a little smiley face. Huh? Okay. Doesn't look like I did a lot of work so far. Getting these two to fit roughly where they need to be to start sizing them up. A lot more work than I thought it would be. I'm definitely making progress. That's the good part. So right now they're just balanced there and there. This one is way too far out, which makes that one way too far out. This one's closer. That overlap is roughly how much the roof on the bus is going to be needing to chop. It doesn't look like a lot, but when it's fully arched, it's like 9.5 inches. So the idea now is that I've broken the seam where the gutter was, so that I can start arching inward, and then I can fill that back in with a piece of square metal that's bent the same way. This pillar actually does look a lot spot on. So my plan is to get the top of these pillars to right at the gutter line of the bug, and then the archway, I may even just take out this center chunk where they join, and then put this arch directly on top of that arch. It'll make for a nice easy build that way. Mesh them together. I don't know. I think I'm getting there. Maybe. Yeah, this guy's got to come in, but if I push right now, that guy falls out. So we're not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one, get it the beautiful perfect, and then work on building the other one. Because if I take this arch and match it to the center of this roof, I can plop it down on top of this one, and then that way the whole roof carries on. Yep, I think that'll work. Wish me luck. It's bound to happen sooner or later. The rust is getting me. I was hoping to keep that together long enough to get the heater channels in and then repair that piece. It's about $80 worth aside. It's bound to happen. Not when I wanted to. I was welding in this rib. Got it started using one of those magnetic tool holders to hold it in place. It actually works really well. But as you can see, I don't even know if you can see, it's almost spot on, because I want the top of this curve to go in there, because I can fill this in. This is too close. It's going to be about here. This is too close. So the idea is that this may not be the right angle, but this top from this notch up is. So if I attach there, I can add a little L tab to the body out here. But that's frustrating. And I still have these holes, that big hole down there, and the same twin on that side. This is frustrating. Nothing I can't fix, just more time. Not on a deadline here, but I don't want to get stuck doing all the little work and never get to the big work, because that broke while I was welding that piece in. I sat down there and the whole thing slid right out, so that rust must have been super close to snapping. It is what it is. Time to get back to it. Okay, the idea is, this is my very, very, very rough template. I just needed the furthest corners, so I just folded the cardboard up real quick. The idea is that if I take, this is the inner lining to the bus. You didn't recognize that that's what this is. If I cut it here, here, and here, this piece and its twin over there become the center area for the pillars to hold them up. They become that section right in there. So it'll bridge the gap from this pillar to that pillar and give this some structural rigidity on the bottom, just like they just like they do here between the door and the back wall. That way I've got some rigidity and I don't have to make a square piece that has ridges in it, which I can. I've got a bead roller, but this will give me a lot more structural integrity for myself because they're already like super tough. So we're just gonna cut them up, make them twinsies, and then put them on each side to give it a good support to hold up that beam and hopefully hold the wheel well in. Although I'll end up probably making a wedge for that. Okay, there's my X. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's really nice. Grind the edges, make it fit right in there. It would hold up the pillar. Oh, beautiful. Dang, that worked out better than I thought. All right, baby. Yeah. That'll give that guy some structure and it'll hold it up. On to the next one. I've already got it cut, but not ground. So time to grind some metal. Be right back. Well, that worked out better than I thought. I mean, it's not perfection, but I can't finish welding it in until I get the outside skin on, because then that'll square up all of this to that. That's actually a really nice fit. Now to repeat it on the other side. Got to grind down some metal down there. Gonna have to break this joint so that I can get the arch off, because as you can see, I'm worried about that alignment right there more than I'm worried about this arch. So the point is here. So once I break this joint, I can plug that down in there like I did, and then I can make the cross member work just like I did on that side. See if I can repeat it all. Learn some tricks on this side. Now I just gotta use them on this side. See you in a bit. Well, it's been a long day. I did not get these anywhere near this, but I did get that installed, and to me it's a lot of work. So I started working on this one, as you saw a second ago in the video. For me it was like 45 minutes because I started working on everything, and I didn't get very far. As I was cleaning this guy up, getting this broke down with the air hammer and stuff, I got to the point where I needed to cut some metal, and I cut, and well, I killed it. Now I know, you're gonna tell me the Harbor Freight piece of junk, but that thing has lasted me like 5 years, and I have done everything under the sun with it, to it. So I usually get done at 5, and it was about 4:15 when that died. So I think the tools are telling me time for the end of the day. Nice. I'm gonna put a little patch panel on the 4 corners so that it flattens it out, gives it some rigidity, and then I'll probably do a little wedge piece right there before I cut out all that on the top of the wheel well. Because if I put that rigid piece there that folds around, it'll also help me patch that and those holes. And the good thing is it'll give that back a rigid thing, because right now, as we saw earlier in the video, it's very loose. And of course, we still know this happened. I was hoping that would last long enough for me to get these things in and the heater channels welded on, because then I could just cut this and, you know, replace that patch and replace that patch. And I don't know, I might still buy whole new sections, but that's like $100 and something. Well, would it be 120 bucks? No, 80 and 80. So $190. So 200 bucks for 2 little pieces of metal, or I just patch them. I think I might just patch them. Yeah. So. But yep, the tool has died. Served me well. Time to get another one. Black Friday sale, here I come. So start. Okay. That's all I needed to get it started. Now, this guy needs to come in. Like so. Oh, that's why. Ha! This way. Okay, I had it upside down. Driver side pillar. Passenger side pillar. Now to make the arches. The idea for the arch, pretty simple actually. This one goes on this side. This one goes on this side. And of course it's got its twin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it into here and make it match the highest point. And then move it back to here and get it ready to hold on to that. You know what I mean? So this arch will match the highest point of the roof and arch exactly perfectly matching the roof. Then I move it back here and it'll be in here somewhere. So it's kind of lined up right there. It's just kind of eyeballing it. Of course, it'll be way over here by that point. There'll be a lot of chopping to make it all room. But that's the idea. I don't know if I'm going to get that done this week. I am running out of days in the week. That setback without the cutting tool did not get to this. But I think I've got a lot going for me today. Got a friend coming over. You all know him, Steven. He was in last few videos ago. He's going to come over and sort some VW parts that he has here. So I may call this a good ending point.
Whew, yeah. Ugh. So there's that. That's a lot of rust. I mean, I wasn't coming into this project expecting to not have any, but yeah. Well, you know, it happens. I know what I'm doing. Not. Okay, so thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell so you know when the next videos come out. And, you know, the algorithm loves that part. And give me a like if you like my pup. This is Albert Einstein. His hair kind of gave his name. So he's usually out in the shop with me. You just can't see him below the camera level. So have a good one. Okay, pup. Let's get back to work. Go get that wrench.
Huey, everything's so dull without you.